Hello, 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 it's Kathy Bedell at mystampandspot.com coming to you with the next card and project. We're doing two projects today or two items today in the Spotlight series, Scenic Adventure. You guys voted on this, and here we are. We're gonna continue our series, so maybe we should start with, I'm just putting some stamps away that I just noticed were on my desk from yesterday. I'm sorry I'm so late today. I got involved in a training, and I guess I just couldn't get my nose out of it because I lost total track of time. Oh, and I forgot to put my phone on silent. I apologize. Okay, these were the first two cards in the series, and we are going to start today by making a fun, if you order the class, you will get a 4-pack of these DVD cases, which you probably have heard all the chit-chat. The stamps are no longer going to come in these. They're going to come in the clear billfold type, these type of packaging. I think they might be 6x6. I'm not clear on that. But this is how the stamps are going to come. The good news is the dies are going to have actual pictures of what they look like, so you will know if you are missing one. But anyway, we are going to make a case that you can use to store your cards in. You can, if you choose to, I apologize about my dogs. If you choose to, the DSP that we're going to use to make this, you could turn it into more cards and put embellishments, packages of embellishments in these, if that's how you prefer to do it, to store it on a shelf or something. But this is intended so that you can give a gift of cards to maybe your kid going off to college, maybe someone you know is doing the Appalachian Trail, maybe someone's going cross country for, an extended vacation, maybe you just have a brother that loves to hike. And this would be a great set of cards that you can give to someone. So let's start with this. I have, oh gosh, what is this paper called? You get a package of it. This is called Weekend Adventure. It is 12 by 12. It has, this is kind of cool for a skyline. I think I showed you guys this the other day. This is acorns. Really, really cute. The back of the acorns is actually trees. There's this great orange buffalo, which would be great for Halloween. And then we have kind of a generic early espresso stripe. I chose this paper simply because I thought this piece of DSP kind of went with this Scenic Adventure feel. You got the compass. You got the boot print, a bear print or an animal print, a mug, like if you're out camping or whatever, and it has some little stars and whatnot. So I have a piece, and this will all be on the blog with photos and everything, 10.5 by 7, and these cases, if you open them up wide enough, you can slip a piece of DSP in here like so. But before we do that, we are going to use the nested essential dies. I'm going with this bigger shape. Wait a minute, is it the biggest one? Not the biggest one, the second biggest one. And I've already stamped the You're Amazing in Old Olive. And I also have a couple of the trees cut out in Old Olive. And so you need to decide, do you want your feet prints to be going up, or do you want them to be going down? I'm choosing mine to be going up. I guess you could cut the paper this way as well. But look at this, the North for North Star, so that's the way I think it should be. And we are just going to add this. Forgot my tape runner. So you can stamp anything on here that you want. I stamped You're Amazing, and I'm going to put it down low and kind of to the right. These are also good for notebooks. You can put like a little notepad in here with a pen. And I'm going to kind of just put my trees here to the side. Like that. We could do a lot more decorating. I'm choosing not to do ribbons because if I give it to a man, I think being a little more masculine is better. Like this. Ah! My trees came off. I didn't put enough adhesive on them. Let that be a note to yourself. Make sure you have plenty of adhesive on there. Hey, Donna, how are you today? Okay, so then we are going to slip this in here. Like I said, if you order the class, you will get this. Otherwise, you can order these. They come in 4-packs. You're going to get a 4-pack in the class, and you'll use one of the 4. There you go. There's our little case. How cute is that? Except because I didn't do a good job of adhering, my little stem is now in the right position. So what I wanted to show you was I have 2 of yesterday's cards, 2 of Monday's cards here. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 4 cards and 4 envelopes will fit in here. So all the cards we make this week will fit in here if you want to give it as a gift to someone. Okay? So we have the same cards here, but you'll have an assortment of cards there. Let's make another card. It's pretty simple, right? Just a big piece of DSP and then decorate it as you want. Okay, I am bringing in the right words simply because I want the happy birthday. That is the only reason why I'm bringing this stamp set in. Just because I kind of felt like we had a lot of the adventure talk going on and maybe it was time for a little something else. I don't know. I just wanted birthday today. Oh, man. Okay. Pretty Peacock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Remember, I always put the ingredients over on the blog. Ingredients and measurements. I have 2 pieces of white that are 4 by 5 1/4. One is going to go on the inside, so I'm just going to pop that over there. We are going to take, you're going to get a white, this is actually like the grass pattern that I'm going to die cut for you. And we're going to use blueberry ink, which we used earlier in the week. And I'm actually not going to put any on my brush right now because I have quite a bit. And I'm just going to come in and I'm not going to do it straight across. I'm going to just kind of come in. I don't want it real dark, which is why I'm not adding more ink. I'm going with what I had on here already. And we're just going to sponge in a sky. Kind of like this. Now, when you do this, you don't want to go all the way up the top. You want to keep it a little closer to what you're working with here. And that will give you the illusion of clouds. I'm actually going to turn this down. You just want to keep moving it in different directions. There's no right or wrong. You can do it in a lot of different directions. And as you can see, I haven't even re-inked this. This was from when we did this sky the other day. So I'm continuing to use the ink that I picked up the other day. No new ink. No new ink has been used on this card. Okay. There's our sky. You can keep this for another time, or you can get rid of it. That's up to you. This is Gallery Blooms DSP. Is that what it's called? I believe that's what it's called. Gallery Blooms, beautiful gallery, DSP. You know this pack? Well, I'm choosing Where is it? I just had my hands on it. I'm choosing to use the back of, well, there we go. This piece. The back is like grays, kind of striations back and forth. This is the piece I used. I cut it 4 by 4. And that left me the darker strip down here. So the lighter piece, this is like right about here. So I cut it 4 by 4. And then I put that on there, as you can see, okay? And then we had this lighter piece down here, or smaller piece, and that's what I cut the background mountain out of. And let me show you that. Oh, here it is here. So for this piece, what I actually did was I cut a 4-inch strip, and that left me a 2-inch strip. I cut the 4-inch strip down to 4 inches, so I had a 4 by 4. Then I took my 2-inch strip and I turned it upside down. You could save the 2-inch strip and just put it on this here if you wanted. But that's where I got that from, so that I'd have the darker color up the top. Did I confuse you? Okay, and then what I'm looking to do is I want to adhere this. Let me just add a little bit of tape runner on the back. I'm going to add glue to all of it, but I want just enough so that I can, I'm looking obviously to place the edge. And I'm just looking to have it be a background mountain there. Hi, Sue. How are you? Kathy, I hope you understood my response and that it made sense to you. If you need me to shoot you pictures of the colors, I can do that. Or cards with the colors. So now I'm going to take this and put it down the bottom of my white piece. And, not very good. Maybe I should look at that when I'm doing it. How about I turn it upside down so I can really see it? Like that. There we go. Okay, so there's our clouded sky that we made. Looks awesome when it's all done, doesn't it? Okay, now, remember I told you the other day, maybe you don't remember, maybe you didn't watch that video, that we had these trees and that they definitely had a curve, and that I believed the curve was to fit that mountain. So what I did, now this is an odd color, was I cut Pretty Peacock, and I cut it so that that mountain would kind of be in line with that mountain. But before that, this is cloud cover, 4 inches by 2 inches. And what I did here, and all this will be done for you if you order the kit, is multiple times. So this is the water dye. I basically put one like this. Then I turned it like this because it's on an angle. And then die cut like this. And then turned it like this, die cut again. Turned it like this, die cut again. And then die cut like this. That's how I got such a wide swath. That said, I'm doing kits to go, so I didn't, I'm assuming you don't have stamping. You could use the stamp image. Let me show you real quick. You could take, let's see what color. Let's try Pool Party. We're going to use this layer, but I'm going to use the back just so you can see. I'm using Pool Party on Balmy Blue. I have not stamped this yet. I don't know if this combo is going to work, but we're going to do it so that you can kind of see. That does work. So you could definitely stamp multiple images in lieu of die cutting, like I did. I did it so that when you get your kits, you're not dependent on the stamp set. But that's how you would do that. Now I've kind of ruined that, but that's okay. All right. So now what I want to do is I want this to be down the bottom. Again, this was a 4x2 piece. I have to be a little careful here because it's a little bit die cut through. I'm going to turn it upside down. And we're going to put this right to the bottom. Like that. Nice soft colors, right? Very different colors than this one from the other day. Okay, now I'm going to add in my tree line here, and we're going to butt it right up against this water. This pretty peacock piece was also 4 inches by 2 inches. Now, really, we should be using white glue, but I'm not entirely sure I have any left in this. Let me see. Oh, a little bit. There we go. I thought I was going to be all dried up. I was giving me grief earlier. And we're going to pair that. So when I die cut this, I'm going to show you. I die cut it. I didn't just die cut it across the middle. I die cut it so that that mountain ridge would be in line with that, kind of. Okay. Now, to that, we are going to add, we have this image, which is like, you know, shrubs, kind of. And we're going to add that beneath. This is garden green. This is a curious combo, garden green and pretty peacock. I have to say, because of the color combination, I tried every green that we had available. I tried pool party. I was trying all different kinds of combinations. I finally settled on garden green. This is 4 inches by 1.5 inches. No, this is 4 inches by 1 inch. 1 inch by 4 inches. Then we have, I cut another piece. I used the same die. If you look, it's the same die. I just didn't cut it this way. I moved it way over when I did the die cutting. And then I had to snip the end off. Because I didn't want my hills of bushes to align. This is going to be on the side of the lake that's closest to us. And I'm going to line this up with the bottom. This was the piece that was 4 inches by 1.5 inches, garden green. There we go. It's fun watching it come together, isn't it, as you're building it? Isn't that really fun? Now, I don't have this embossed enough all the way down, but don't worry about it. We're going to hide that. I also have here, well, I did have here, maybe it's in my bucket. Oh boy, here it is. Here it is. Okay, we have a couple elements we're going to use. One is the great pine tree dies. And again, you could be stamping because we do have pine tree stamps. We have flower stamps. I'm building these kits to go. So we have dies. I actually like the dies better. I just think it adds a little more. And we're going to kind of cover this part over here that's not as embossed. And plus we're just going to make those trees look like they're in the foreground. Now let me show you a secret. You can use a Post-it note for this, Or if you've taken a class before, I apologize, I forgot to put my phone on silent. If you've received the masking paper at a class before, pull yourself a little piece. Or you can use a sticky note as well. I'll show you how you use a sticky note. I'm going to use the masking paper. Although I ripped it right where it separates, which makes it a little more difficult to get apart. Let's go back here to where it separates. Let's see if I can, there we go. So I'm going to pull this piece off because this one has now been separated. What I should have done was taken a cutter. Instead, I'm going to use a pair of scissors. There we go. Okay, I'm going to mask. Can you guys see this? I'm going to put this on the blue sticky note. So you can either use a sticky note to mask, if you have a sticky note, or if you have masking paper like I do, you can mask just the flowers. And we are going to come in with garden green and a garden green blending brush. And I'm just gonna go over the greenery of these flowers. I'm gonna put my finger over this flower. And you can do as dark or as light as you want. You can do different textures, because it would be different textures, different colors in nature. Okay, then I am going to go over my green, the bulk of my green, like this. And I'm going to come in with Daffodil Delight. Now, you could do an assortment of colors. I just chose Daffodil Delight. You could use markers for this. I like to blend. I think blending is fun. It's my thing. Okay, so now we have some cute little flowers. Just get some ink off of my fingers here. Okay, now I have the Stylish Shape dies and my garden green ink. What did I do with it? Okay, it's here somewhere. It didn't go far. There it is. I am going to stamp Happy Birthday. Again, this came out of the Right Words, which is my current Stamp Club by Mail stamp set, this Happy Birthday. And we're hopefully going to stamp it straight. Time will tell. Booyah! Don't you get so excited when you stamp it straight? I do. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back of this, because I want to put my flowers on the back. Kind of like that. And then we'll use some dimensionals. And we're going to pop it up on here. We really could have layered this first onto our card before doing this, but sometimes I'm impatient and I get excited. What can I say? I mean, let's face it, this is the fun stuff. Layering it on the card base, not so fun. I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring. Literally, my dog is snoring. Sawing wood over here. Probably louder than any of your husbands. He's not that old either. He's only 3. Oh boy. We have one guy, he's 2, and he's so afraid of being shaved. He's a Springer Spaniel, so his hair will grow right down to the ground. So we have to have him shaved. And we have been unable to do it ourselves. Our mobile groomer has been unable to do it. We have to literally take him to the vet and have him knocked out cold. Okay, I have this one last little pine tree I'm going to put in here. This is this little die. If you like it like that, you can leave it out. You know, I might leave it out. I might leave it out so you can see the sample and then you can decide. Cloud cover. 4 by 5, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I am going to add some glue to that. There we go. Don't you love these scene cards? I just think they're so cute. This is not a stamp set I think I would have chosen, or a bundle. So thank you to everybody that voted for it. I kind of, when you guys voted for it, I was like, oh, I hadn't even given a thought to what I would do with this stamp set. So I was a little bit worried. And I have to say, it's been really easy and fun to work with. So thank you if you voted for it. Okay, so I have that on cloud cover. And then we are going to put that on a pretty peacock base so that it brings out these mountains. Honestly, did you ever think you'd see blueberry and peacock used together? But when you use the blueberry very, very lightly in the sky, I think it works. I tried doing the sky with the cloud cover. However, it was very gray. And I didn't want it to look like a stormy sky. And scrapping that. We're going to tape adhesive. And the pool party was just the wrong tone for the colors I was using here. It wasn't really jiving with this here, the peacock color, which is why I decided to go with the blueberry, but just very, very lightly. Okay, so here's our inside. And happy birthday to someone worth celebrating every single day. That's what I'm going to put inside, if I can figure that one out. Yeah, here we go. I can't believe I haven't used this. Oh, is that even possible? Now, the only thing I wish is that maybe, I kind of wish, maybe I had done the pretty peacock here, because I'd like to do the same inside as outside, and I'm not sure if, I'm just going to use a piece of scrap to see, okay, I'm not sure if the peacock would have looked better stamped inside. Doesn't mean I can't use peacock inside, but I'm going to stick with what I have outside. And again, I got it straight, 2 for 2 today. That makes up for all the days I'm crooked. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I left this little guy out. You'll get one in your kit should you order it. I almost think I like this better. This was my sample I made with the tree. Do you like it with the tree or without the tree? I'm kind of thinking I like it without. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay, so today's card, yesterday's card, Monday's card. Oh, and Monday's card has the fancy inside going too, because it's much plainer with the, and we have one more card tomorrow, and then you have your case that you can put them all in. This will fit all 4 cards we do this week, plus the 4 envelopes. They'll fit in here very nicely. Here's my 4 envelopes. I'm going with the 2 cards from today because I'm missing one for tomorrow. You like it without too, Susan, right? Yeah, me too. I think I like it without. And look, they all fit in there very nice. It's a great birthday gift. Like I said, it's great if you have someone that's going backpacking across Europe, if you have someone who's doing the Appalachian Trail. Corinne likes it without. Boy, everybody seems to like it without. Yeah, me too. I think this is the one I'll put on the blog. I'll photo and put this one on the blog. But isn't that really cute? Okay, so I want to show you one other thing before we go. I'm really excited. I know I told you guys I'm doing my occasions club. I had several people ask about possibly doing it, and I completed all the cards today, and I'm not going to show them to you, but I am going to show you one thing. So these are all my sympathy is the month of September. But in addition to the cards, or the ingredients to make the cards, the kits to make the cards, like the way you get my normal kits, you will also get, you won't get the envelope, but you'll get a template, and typed on the back will be the layers and the card base, and I'll be doing them in black, grays, and whites, so that it leaves it completely neutral for you. I will note on here that this card sketch utilizes DSP, so you'd use a full sheet of DSP here, but see how it's 3 layers? It gives you the measurements. And actually, I'm going to show you, I'll show you this one card because this is so simple and plain. So this is the card sketch. Here's the card. I chose to add the ribbon, and I chose to double up on my circle on the card. This is just a starting point. You could put a piece of paper or punch another shape under this if you wanted, you know, any numerous things. These you'll keep. You won't have the clear envelopes, but these you'll keep. And at the end of a year, you will have 24 of these templates for a box. So this is a card size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And at the end of a year, you'll have the templates. And I was going to show you that. Look at what I did. I peeled off the adhesive strip, and I adhered one envelope to another, and this is how you can store them if you want. You don't have to, but if you want. So that's coming soon. You'll see that soon. I just was really excited when I finished it all. I mean, I still have to type up the backs, obviously. But there we go. It's 16 cards in total. 4 different designs. 4 of each card you will make. It's Stamp-A-Stack style, so that it's quick and fast. And there we go. Okay. This is the Scenic Adventure class. And it is very scenic, isn't it? I don't know. Which card's your favorite? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Which one do you like best so far? I was liking 2, but now I kind of think I like 3. I think I like this color combo. All right, and you'll get the case. All right, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. These cards are on the blog already. These will go on the blog tonight or first thing in the morning. And I will see you tomorrow afternoon for the final card. Oh, Susan, you like this one too. Yeah, me too. Not a color combination I would expect, this garden green with the peacock, but I think it works. All right, I will see you later tomorrow afternoon. I hope you guys all have a fantastic night. And as always, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for following along. Bye.